Hey guys, Sean here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy in-the-box cue mix that's sure to keep any artist happy and performing at their best. Let's take a look at my Pro Tools session. Alright guys, here's our Pro Tools session. I'm just going to walk you through it quick before we get started. So here at the top, we're going to have our click track. Below that, we have two stereo tracks, bass and guitar stems that I've made from a previous session that we had for this same project. Now this is just to keep things simple, as we're not going to be concerned with mixing guitar and bass today. Below that, we have our drums, and as you can see, we have a single track for each microphone that we had on our drum set. All of those tracks are feeding into a stereo bus located right below the drum section here. Below that, we have a reverb return, which my snare is sending to. And then at the very bottom, we're going to have our master fader output. So let's start this playing back and hear what we have. Okay, I'm going to flip over to my mix window now. And the first step in our process is going to be to create a stereo aux input for us to make our mix to. So I'm going to do Shift-Command-N. I'm going to select here, stereo. We want to create an aux input. We're going to select one and hit create. So here is our newly created stereo aux input. I'm going to rename it before I go any further so I remember what it is. We'll call it Q. Now we can set up our inputs and outputs. The output, we're going to have to create a separate output from our stereo mix. So I've gone ahead and created a output called Q here in my I/O, and that's what I'm going to connect to my headphone amp in the studio that my artist is going to be listening to. I'm going to pull the fader down for now until we get the mix fully created. My input of this aux is going to be a bus. So I'm going to come up here to my bus. I'm going to select from the bus menu Cue Mix. Now you can rename any bus by simply right-clicking on it and selecting Rename. Okay, now we can start sending our instruments to it. So let's start with the drums. Now I could come here to my stereo drum bus, make a single send to my cue mix. I'll come over here and make this pre-fader so we can change the level in the control room without affecting the send going to the cue mix. Then I'll put it up, and as you can see, we have our drum level going into our cue mix. Now this is a very quick way to get started. However, I'm not going to have independent control over the separate parts of the drum kit for my artist now. So if they say to me that they want more kick or snare, I won't be able to do that for them. So let's approach this a little differently. What I'm going to do is get rid of this for now. I'm going to go no send. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select all of my individual tracks in my drum kit, right? All the way across here. I'm going to select them all by holding Shift. Then I'm going to come up to my send and I'm going to hold Shift and Option while I select my cue mix again. And that's going to apply this same send to every track that I have selected. Okay, select that. And as you can see, it's going to create a single send on all of the channels that I had selected. So while holding Shift and Option still, I can bring my fader up to Unity and select pre-fader, and that will apply to all of those sends that I just created. Now I can change my levels here and select which track I'm applying that to by this drop-down menu right here. I can very quickly create a customized mix of these drums that's going to be going to my headphone amp located in my studio. So I'm going to add my click track now. I'll come right over here to my sends, select my bus again, go to cue mix at the bottom, raise my fader up, and we have click now going to our cue mix to the artist. Select pre-fader again. Great. A couple more things to add to our mix now. Our guitar and bass stems. I'm going to come over here, select both of those, go with my sends, bus, Q mix. Faders at Unity. Pre-fader. Let me X that out. Now, lastly, I'm going to come over here and add my effects return to the headphone mix as well. Now, this one is just for my drums, but this could be for vocals or any other effects return that you're using in your session. We're going to route it the same way that we do the rest of the tracks to get into our Q mix. So I'm going to come up here to the sends, bus, Q mix. Pull up my fader, and we have our effects returns now going into our Q mix. So there you go, guys, a quick and easy way to set up an in-the-box Q mix that is sure to please any artist and keep them performing at their best. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out pressrec.org for more videos just like this one. We'll see you soon. Happy recording.